Good morning, traders, investors. Dale Soccer Trader Boys here. We got a little bit of a mixed market on the open here. Down 3 on the S&P, down 0.9, up on the Nas again. Dow's up, down 0.3, and Russell's down 0.45. So we just had some retail sales numbers come out. The report wasn't too bad. So on a month to month, we were 1.9 was the forecast. We came out at 1.2, so we came out under expectations. So this is the type of thing we need to see. This is a concern. So there's been a lot of back and forth on the stimulus package coming into play, and this is going to definitely get consumers worried. So if their money's going to keep coming in, so this retail sales have dropped on that would be one of the ways we can look at this number here. So that's already out for the rest of the day here. Industrial production, which is not a big report, it's coming. Consumer expectations, consumer sentiment at 10 o'clock. This can be a strange one. Not a very powerful report, but can move the market. So take a look at that for 10 o'clock, and also look at the 10 o'clock reversal. So that's it for the news for the day. Dollar continues to slowly move down, right? And money's coming into the 10-year bond. Money's coming out of oil just slightly here, down 14 cents. Continuing to drop on gold. Right? We'll look at the gold chart. It has regained. Buyers are in control. And silver's taking a little bit of a break, down 3% here as well. All the majors are up, and Tesla is continuing that massive move to the upside on the news announcement of the 5-to-1 split. Right, up another 4 points, 2.71%. Right, and then we can see our coronavirus are down, and my watch list just continues to rocket here. This is phenomenal. So let's take a look at the Dow 30, just get a kind of a gauge here. Sea of red, except for Apple's up 30 cents, which is next to nothing. Home Depot and Microsoft. So money's coming into tech. You can see money's coming out of any other area there at this point in time. Let's take a look. We got the S&P 500. We're on the daily time frame here, and not a lot happening. I mean, tight range yesterday, and we have broken the low of yesterday. So we don't have an inside day. We currently are trading inside the range of yesterday, but we have broken the low. That gives us permission to get short. On the downside here, and it'll be a nice retracement to make a much larger move to the upside. So on the 1 hour time frame, this is the supply zone that we dropped out of yesterday. We've tagged back into that in the overnight sessions and dropped. Right, so we're trying to come back up. We've gotten below this low. This demand level has held. Right, so ideally, to go short and to be confident in really going short, we wanted to break that demand level. That did not happen. Right, on the Russell has just been sideways. It has broken its low. Little demand. This is daily demand just below us, down at 1543. So we may get down to there today. It's only a 30-point move to the downside there. On the Nas, we hit the supply zone there yesterday. That dropped the market. Right? The demand here is still holding. We came back up. We created a lower pivot high, but do not have the lower low just yet. Right? So we need permission. To get short here, and we do not have it just yet. You can see this supply level at this point in time is working, and we're reversing the market right here. Right? But we need to get below these lows here before we really get short on this. Because right now we are still in an uptrend. Right. The VIX is doing its thing, same old thing, around the 22 mark there. We've got oil right here. Oil has come off of the demand level. Right. Oil is in a downtrend here, lower low, lower highs on the 6-minute time frame, up into supply at 42.29, and we are dropping away absolutely beautifully there. So we can come down to 41.76 before we find demand there. So a little late on that trade, but beautiful little transaction there from demand going from supply going down to demand. Gold is on the 60-minute time frame here. This was supply. Big move off the bottom here, right up in the supply. We dropped back down. We broke through supply for a higher pivot high, higher pivot lows. We are in the uptrend right now on gold. Right, so you can look for a breakout play. Take a small position here, break this high, increase your position. There is supply on the 60-minute time frame right here. Right, so we will come up into that area, look for retracements. Right, then you could take your trade if you choose. Right, and off you go. So nice little setup there on gold. This is the 30-year bond. Treasury notes. So right into demand at this point in time. If markets drop today, we will see bonds rise, is your traditional money flow standard. And this is just a nice little setup here that took place on EBS. You've seen this for the last couple of days. I haven't talked about it, but this is a bull flag. Breakout, take your trade. And we had a nice move on that yesterday, and this is going to catch a bid this morning at 137. So we're going to gap again and go to new all-time highs, and this is a runner. Right, so on the breakout here in the trade for 129, and we're already up at 137, so a nice little move on that stock there. Even when the market wasn't doing much, this thing is still running. Have a phenomenal weekend. Stay safe in the markets. Just remember, Fridays are really a do not day trade day for me. Markets, the institutions reposition, rebalance portfolios to manage risk over the weekend. So stay safe, have a phenomenal weekend, and I will see you bright and early, bushy-tailed, Monday morning.